So we thought we'd make a video today to let you know about what we've been doing and what our plans are, because we put up this channel with really some home videos of us renovating our property, and we've had so many lovely comments and messages privately to us through the Instagram of people that really want to do the same thing, want advice about the area, and we're really shocked because we thought it would just really be for friends and family. So we thought we'd do this video whilst we're actually stuck in lockdown in Malta. Obviously a lovely place to be, but we really wish we were back out of the house. So we thought we'd do a little video to let you know about sort of why we did it and what our plans are, and then hopefully it will have a little bit more context than when we next get out to the property and we start filming on a better camera. Our journey and how we're planning on doing it. So I reckon the start really was you, wasn't it, on looking online?
Yeah, it was me. Basically just looking around Europe. We've lived in several places around the world. We've been in Thailand. We lived in Malta for a year, where we are now.
Been here 4 years.
What did I say?
A year.
Oh, 4 years. Yeah, and I found a thing online. It was like propertiesunder20k.com, and I didn't really think it was possible. But there's actually one section on there for properties under 5,000. So I clicked on that, thinking that there may be like a shed somewhere in Wales, but there was like 10,000 properties in Bulgaria.
And so, Portugal as well, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Portugal was quite cheap.
Some in Greece that were pretty cheap, and Turkey. And we didn't really know a lot about Bulgaria at the time. So we did some research, we were looking at YouTube videos, seeing what people had done. And the nature just looked incredible. So we sort of decided to take a little trip there for, what was it, 5 days?
Yeah, we did a week in August last year.
Yeah.
Sort of like a honeymoon, I suppose, because we got married the year before and never had a chance to go away. Yeah. So a mini-moon.
A mini-moon, yeah.
And we'd already seen a couple of properties online that we really fell in love with and thought, let's set up a viewing of one of those. We tried to get in a couple, didn't we? But the other estate agent didn't get back to us. But it didn't matter because we saw the one that we'd fell in love with online.
Yeah.
We went to see it in person, and it was pretty much a done deal on that holiday in August 2019. Yeah, last year.
Yeah, we put in an offer, kind of a cheeky offer. It was up for €8,500.
I can't remember now.
And we put in a cheeky offer of 4.5 or 5, something like that. And they came back to us a couple of days later with 5.5, and we sort of shook hands, and that was it.
Yeah. Really,
that was the process. We had a great estate agent who's become a really good friend of ours.
He's amazing.
And his fee for doing all of the work, it's either 2% of the property value or
a minimum of 500 euros.
So in our case it was 500 euros. But he has done absolutely everything from setting up water, electricity, council tax bills, land registries.
Yeah, he's done the whole service for you. For such a really good fee and value. He's so highly recommended in the area as well. So that's the cat. What we'll do in this video at the bottom, we're going to put a link to his website in this area. Also, the UK government website has information about how to purchase property in Bulgaria. Now that might have changed. Obviously we did this before Brexit, so I don't know if that's going to be a little bit different from now on, but I know it's still possible. You might have to register as a company, but we'll put the link in there. And they also recommended an independent lawyer to check over the paperwork, because there is issues in the past of people just using an agent who says it's all above board and then they've had issues. So it's really important to get an independent lawyer as well, so we're going to put a link to all the people that we used in the process. But essentially the property was 5,500, his fees were 500, and then I'll just get up a list actually, it's quite useful to see in total what the price was. So the lawyer fees was €300, the notary and municipality fees are for 110, and then for 150 we just got some house insurance as well. So in total we paid 6,860 euros. This is everything in euros. So, and we've got a 3/4 bedroom farmhouse. We've got barns. We've got about just under 1,000 square meters of land. So we'll put a link to the first video of us doing a tour around it. So excuse the quality of it.
Yeah, and just to say, 1,000 square meters of land is almost or just over a quarter of an acre. For people in the UK that work in acres.
I mean, if you want property with land, there are loads of options out there. You can get huge properties, huge land, but we just particularly liked this one because it was really quiet area. Your view is nothing but hills and fields and forests. And a river. And we didn't want anything we couldn't manage, but the plan is obviously we really want to be able to grow our own vegetables, maybe have some chickens. We're not going to probably be completely off grid, but we'd like to be as self-sufficient as possible. We actually don't have any budget to do this up. So essentially I work online, so that's great. That's a job that I can keep going when I'm there. And we're going to just put a bit of money aside and just work on it room by room and go from there. So we'll talk a little bit about the area. So we went on holiday, we spent a couple of days in Sofia, the capital where we flew into. That was really nice. We spent a day there just sort of checking out the city. And then we went on a 3-hour coach ride, which is €10, and it's all through the mountains, it's stunning views. To the old historic capital called Veliko Tarnovo. So that's where we kind of set up camp for a week in a lovely little hotel. And the property that we viewed is about a 30-minute drive out of the main city. So Veliko Tarnovo is a lovely city. We'll put up some little holiday snaps of us there. You've kind of got the best of both worlds. It's really pretty, quaint, lots of art galleries and little pottery shops, beautiful restaurants.
The best pizza.
I've
ever had.
So cheap, such cheap food, but gorgeous food.
It's very, very reasonable.
Yeah.
Very, very cheap. Everything there is very cheap.
Yeah, and normal shops. So you've got a big Lidl's, you've got big supermarkets, you've got shopping malls. You can buy electronics, you can buy clothes. So it's not at all. Even though our property is sort of a little bit out in the sticks, we're only half an hour drive from some normality and bars and restaurants and things. But even though we don't have a car, and we're probably going to be living there for about maybe a year without a car, we can manage through. There are local bus routes and things like that.
There's places that deliver food. I was there for a month on my own. That's when the videos prior were all taking place. I was getting like milk and bread and things like that delivered directly to the house, and it worked out about 45 pence to have a loaf of bread delivered every couple of days.
You're knocking the camera when you do that.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's just ridiculously cheap. If you got a bicycle or something like that, being a little bit away from another town is fine.
Yes, we're about a 20-minute drive. No, 10-minute drive.
10 minutes to the nearest
town with
proper town.
Supermarket. Doctor's surgery, that kind of thing. So we just fell in love with, although the towns nearby our village are a little bit kind of concrete jungles, they're not particularly pretty. Our village up in the hills is really stunning. And that's exactly where after living in Malta for 4 years, Malta is beautiful for a coastal island. However, the heat is too much and it gets a little bit bland. Not a lot of nature.
Not a lot of greenery.
Not a lot of greenery, and we realised when we visited this area that that's just exactly what we want. We need to see nature, we need to see animals.
And we need seasons.
Yes, we need seasons.
The seasons, I'm not going to say for the whole of Bulgaria, because obviously you're bordering Greece and Turkey in the south, so they're probably a little bit warmer than where we are. But a lot of it is kind of variable depending on the altitude. We're not particularly high. where we are. So we do get 4 seasons. You know, we don't just get one really long winter. There is snow there, obviously.
We're really looking forward to a snowy winter.
We could go skiing in the garden at certain points of the year, but it can also get up to 40 degrees.
Yeah, like right now, what are we? It's early May, no, mid-May, and it's already 30 degrees where our house is. So we know we're going to have lovely summers as well, which is just perfect.
Yeah, lovely summers, nice winters, and then the spring and the autumn in between are kind of the same as the UK.
Yeah.
So we've been told. So yeah, it's like the UK, but just sort of a little bit of an extreme at either end. So a bit hotter and then a bit colder.
Yeah.
But
And we're 3 hours from all of the main cities, so we're sort of almost central. So we're 3 hours from Sofia Airport, we're 3 hours from Plovdiv Airport in the south, we're 3 hours from Varna, which is then the sort of beach region. We're 3 hours even from the Romanian border, so we're kind of quite central, even though it's a bit of a long drive. We kind of feel like we've got the opportunities to see everything, and we're probably only about an hour and a half away from the actual national park in the Balkans as well, so that we can't wait to go and do that.
And mineral springs,
and waterfalls.
I mean, it's everywhere.
So we hope to do lots of really, really nice videos when we're out there, just to kind of so you can get a real feel for it.
Absolutely.
Let's kind of think of a couple of things we were going to talk to you about. So in regards to the actual physical buying of the property, we were very happy with this estate agent. Essentially, when you're with him, we went to the notary, we had a translator, and we signed him over as a power of attorney. So he was able to do everything remotely because we were in Malta. He was able to do everything for us in regards to sorting out the property.
That was included in his fee.
Included in his fees.
That wasn't any extra for that.
Yeah, really, really, really amazing. And even now, he's still helping us out with bits and bobs. I think the process of buying the property, so we viewed it in August, we agreed pretty much, must have been the month of September, we were agreeing everything and
so,
the paperwork was all going through. And I think by October we got it?
Yeah, it was about 3 weeks.
It was about 3, about a month.
Start to finish.
So we were very lucky that there was no issues with the paperwork. Obviously the previous owners have to prove that they've paid the property tax, which is really low, by the way. We just paid our property tax for this year and it's 17 leva each, which is about £9. £9.
About £8.
£8 a year, that's our property tax. And then I think you have to pay about another 20 quid a year for your bins and things, your sort of local services.
Yeah, it's real cheap. On that note, the month that I was there, I didn't have a fridge or a washing machine or anything like that running, but we had power, I had a heater,
running water,
everything.
Luckily we've got that.
And the bill came through at 4.5 lev.
It's about 2 quid.
Which is probably less than £2 for the entire month. Obviously that'll go up when you have, central heating and things like that. But for the month that I was there, for 2 quid, it's pretty insane.
It was great. We've already got fibre optic internet installed, and that's €8 a month, which is, and it has the fastest, I think one of the fastest internet speeds in Europe.
Yeah.
So that was really good. So really,
and that's unlimited, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for anyone that works online or something like that, you're looking at probably paying about £10 English maximum for the entire month.
Yeah, exactly. So really quick process, really quite cheap, cheap to live, and we're just really keen to be able to get back out there and carry on with it and make some more nice videos. We really want to get stuck into the project because really so far we've just really been clearing, because I don't know if you've seen some of the videos or our Instagram pictures, but one of the barns when we bought the property, when we viewed it, was in place, and our first video, which again we'll put a link to, we walked into the property and the whole barn had collapsed. Now we don't know what had happened. I think now we've managed to clear away some of the materials. We think the weight of the vines
And the snow.
And the snow on the roof
yeah.
is it's just forced it to collapse.
Yeah.
So it was a real shock and a shame initially, but now we're really happy because we've got plans for that area and we can use all that material to rebuild other areas.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I mean, if there's somebody looking to do something like what we are, don't be scared of things looking a bit dodgy. If you need to tear something down and rebuild it, materials are extremely expensive.
Yes.
Extremely cheap.
Cheap. Tools are cheap.
Tools are cheap. Labour. Now this is one of those things. There's a lot of unemployment in Bulgaria, and you can find a labourer, someone just to help you with your gardening or help you build something, for about 10 lev a day, which is €5. So I haven't employed anyone out there yet. If I do need to, if we need to, we wouldn't pay them that.
No,
we would
definitely pay
something a bit more fair.
We want to do obviously as much as we can ourselves anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything so far has just been us two.
Yeah.
And I'd like to keep it that way. I'd like to keep it that way. It's just more of a pride thing. Yeah. But if you need help doing something, help is there.
Yeah.
In abundance, you can get people to help you out. It's pretty easy.
And the one thing, we're a young couple. We've got time. We've got energy. We haven't got the money, but we will do it bit by bit. We're happy to kind of camp it, slum it for a while. But really, we're so lucky in the village that we've picked. Like when we first arrived, we had the neighbours come and knock on our door. Even though they don't speak Bulgarian, they're English. We don't speak Bulgarian. Apart from hello and goodbye, we'd love to learn more phrases, and we will. But they were turning up with food. They'd cooked us omelettes and things, and they're really, really proud. We've got another neighbour who speaks English and was translating for Lee when he met them all, and they were saying how proud they were to have foreign people in their village and younger people as well, because this is one of the problems in Bulgaria. All the youngsters are moving into the cities or moving into other parts of Europe, and these villages are just becoming desolate. So they're really, really happy that we're coming back into their village and bringing some life into it as well.
And they have been the most accepting people I've ever met. All of them super nice, asking every day, do you need some eggs and stuff. It's just it's a real community rather than they live there, we live there. It's everyone collectively. If I've got some pears, I might swap them with my neighbour for some eggs or something. It's sort of going back 50 years, and I really, really like that. That was another reason why we wanted to be in a village as opposed to sort of near a city. It's just the real sense of community. It's really nice.
And the property itself and the landscape, and it's without a doubt, it's a dream. We watch stuff on YouTube about, our dream is to always be in a wooden cabin by a lake with trees, and we've all, as growing up in the UK, when you just really you've lived in flats all your life, this is a complete unbelievable situation. Yeah,
it's a brand new life.
It's something that we never thought we would have.
No.
And although we are going to be far away from family, we've been living far away from family anyway. That we're used to. They're going to have the best holidays ever. Actually, there's a small barn that's next to the property. We're going to one day convert into an Airbnb rental as well. So we'll be able to have guests over and socialise that way, and obviously have all the family over for the summer and or the winter, and so we have lots of plans. I mean, look, this is going to take us a long time. We really hope that you keep following our journey.
No, I hope our journey continues.
Hope it continues. We would post videos as and when we can. We're hoping we can be out there by next month. We've been told that Bulgaria will be letting people back into the country from July onwards. And so if Malta can open its airports and Bulgaria can open its airports, then we can get back and really work the summer on it, so we can make it winter tight.
And a flushing toilet. Flushing toilet would be really good.
So feel free to leave any comments below, any questions. Again, I'm going to put links into all the useful websites that we've used. And yeah, just, you know, share with your friends, subscribe and all of that.
And thank you for the questions.
Yeah,
actually,
we've had some really lovely comments.
I can't remember the people's names, but people have been so nice
on Instagram,
on your
and
Instagram
on YouTube. Yeah,
it's really, really nice to engage with people. So if there are any questions, no matter how big or small, we'll try to answer them if we can.
Yeah.
We didn't want this to be sort of a how-to.
No.
We just sort of wanted to explain our experience so far.
Yeah.
And moving forward.
And why we're doing it, because some people think we're mad, but we don't.
Yeah, people do think we're crazy, but once you've been there and once you've seen it, and you've experienced the lifestyle for even a week on holiday, it changes your perception of the whole
Forget
thing.
all preconceptions about
it changes
what
everything.
you think of that area of the world.
Amazingly warm people, incredible nature, you know, and anyone who's into bird watching or fishing, that kind of stuff, it's a huge thing over there. But yeah, as I say, it's not really possible without the people, and the people have been so welcoming. They're the best. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll hopefully see you soon.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Peace.